So we're in Photoshop and we've got this image here that we're going to adjust a little bit. We're going to increase the color contrast and change the color of a few things as well. So at the moment we're in RGB mode, which contains red, green and blue channels, but we're going to move over into LAB color mode, lab color. This again gives us 3 channels, but now we have a lightness channel, an A channel which contains red and green information, and a B channel which contains blue and yellow color information, and all the detail stays here. So this is useful because we can separate the color from the detail, which you can't do in RGB. So first things first though, let's make a duplicate of this and let's just lighten the image a little bit. Go to Image, Adjustment and Shadow Highlights. Maybe dial down the amount a little bit. That's okay. I'm going to keep duplicating these layers every time I make an adjustment. For this one I'm going to change the colour now of the sofas. I'm going to do this by making a mask by copying the A channel, then pressing Command L or Control L if you're using Windows, and sliding these sliders up to the center, and this forces blacks to become blacker and whites to become whiter, and we get a fairly useful mask to use. Okay, it's okay for that. I'll add a bit of blur to this as well. Blur, some Gaussian blur. It's okay, press OK. And now what we'll do is we'll press Command or Control and then click on the channel mask, and this will load the mask. And then we'll go to our layers palette, we click on our adjustments and make a curve adjustment layer. Let's click on there and turn that off so we don't get distracted. And in our adjustment window you can see we have lightness A and B. And what we're going to do here is go to the A channel, drag this slider all the way down, and drag this one all the way up, effectively inverting our channels. So what was red has now become green, and what was green has now become red. So if we investigate our channel now, you can see that where the white areas or the light areas used to be, they've now become a bit darker. There's a little bit of red around the edges still, so let's select our channel in the layers palette, press Command L or Control L to bring up our levels again, and then just slide this white slider up a bit until the red edge starts to disappear. Okay. Okay, and in the areas that we still think that we don't really want those to become green, we can just paint those out using a brush tool, setting our colour to black with the mask still selected, You can be fairly arbitrary over this, just kind of paint over the top of it, like that, and then on the face as well, just to get rid of the yellow there, maybe on the hands. 2. Okay. And then if we wanted to bring back the colour of the dress, you could just paint on the dress as well. Or you could leave the dress as green if you wanted to do that. Okay. Let's flatten these off. So shift select your layers and then press Ctrl E, and this shows us our adjustment. Okay. Probably done it a bit better there, but never mind. Now we go back to RGB. Just don't flatten. We can still do, there's another little trick that we can do to adjust the contrast here, as we again open the curves adjustment layer, and we set our blending mode of our curves adjustment layer to luminosity. And what this means is it just affects the blacks and the whites, the detail, and not the colour. Then let's select our red channel, click on the curve there and there, and then just move a little bit to give us a bit of extra contrast. Nice S curve. We can pin our curve by adding an extra point and then just bringing that back to the straight line. So we're only affecting our curve in this area. And do a similar kind of thing to the green channel as well. So there you go. So what you've done there is you've made an adjustment layer which just improves our contrast a little bit. And again, it's slightly better than using doing this method, using curves and setting it to luminosity, is better than just using curves and just trying to adjust the image, because you're only adjusting 2 channels, the red and the green channel. You're only leaving the blue channel alone. If you used a curve adjustment layer on the whole image, you'd be adjusting all 3 channels, and adjusting the blue channel isn't really desirable. Okay, so shift select that, Command E or Control E, and this is our image for comparison. So there you go.